that survey over?
Yep.
Wait a sec. Machine's on. Go for it. Nice work, Nancy. According to the survey, our perp is none other than our bird-watching champion snowshoer, Bill Kessler.
But Bill Kessler likes to ice fish. Guadalupe Comillo is the one who likes to birdwatch. Yanni Volkstaya is a champion skier. And Lou Talbot likes to snowshoe.
Oh.
How did you come up with that survey anyway?
I put it together using this profiling kit I saw advertised on the Detective Channel. It was supposed to be foolproof. You know, maybe I just need to look at the survey data from a different perspective or something. Yeah, maybe the answer's there after all, and I just gotta shuffle things around in order to see it. Oh, hey, before I forget, Chantel said when you finished the survey, I was supposed to pass some numbers on you. Said it was the combination of something?
Yes, to the display case. What is it?
7669. Anything else I can do for you?
I'd better go.
You need help? Just give me a call.
That did it. I'm staying out of there until I have to fix a meal. That's finished. That's finished. That's finished. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Still need to do that. Oops, haven't done that. That's finished. Possible sauropod scapula. Take to lab for precise ID. I can't stop shivering. I need to get in and out of the cold, like, soon. Looks like some kind of house. Could someone be living there? Hello? Is anyone here? Doesn't sound like it. Wonder what this is. Looks like there's a phone number on it. This indentation looks just like the one on that plaque in the lodge where that missing Rex bone used to be. The Rest of My Life by Julius McQuaid. So once I get her attention by saying her name, I can give her commands. Ability to sort objects by scent. If she has an object in her mouth, she'll sniff, then drop the object near another object that has the same scent. Pinevale Hospital. Maybe I can use Isis and her incredible sense of smell to figure out who owns the notebook I found outside. All I have to do is get something from each of the people at the lodge, something that each of them has touched, then let Isis figure out which of their scents matches the scent on the notebook. Isis, stay. Jump. Paw. Around. Isis, jump. Paw. Around. Go. Still need to do that. Oops, haven't done that. warm again. Who's this from? Meet me in the sauna in the basement. I have some interesting information for you. A sauna sounds good to me.
Avalanche Patrol, what's your location?
I really don't have anything to report.
You've reached the office of Dr. Nikki Sabatini, professor of geology at the University of Alberta, Camrose. The sound of the beep? No, disregard all that. I'm here. Who's this?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm staying at the Icicle Creek Lodge, and I recently came across some kind of device that had your phone number on it.
Describe the device.
Well, it has a spike on one end of it, and...
Well, I'll be darned. Where did you say you found it?
Well, actually, someone's dog was using it as a chew toy. She must have found it outside somewhere. You know what it is?
It's a geophone. Someone stole a whole crate of them from me when I was out on Skookum Ridge not too long ago.
What's a geophone?
If you stick it in the ground, a geophone will detect seismic waves and turn them into electrical signals, which are then transmitted to a computer so they can be recorded and eventually interpreted. It lets geologists like me make maps of mineral deposits and such without doing any digging. See, I was preparing to do a subsurface survey of the area using reflection seismology. I set up camp, stored all my equipment in a trailer, went into town for supplies, and when I came back, the trailer had been broken into, and all my geophones were gone. I was going to be the first person to do a full geological survey of the Icicle Creek drainage and the ridges surrounding it. Got grant money and everything. The person who ripped off my equipment sure screwed that up for me. If I ever get my hands on him, oh!
You have no idea who it was?
It was snowing, so there were no tracks. So I don't know if he came by car or snowmobile or on foot or what. I'm assuming it was a guy, because he only took the geophones, so he must have known what they were and how to use them. And since not that many women are into explosives...
Explosives?
The seismic waves that geophones detect are man-made. You detonate something on the surface of the ground, and the concussion creates seismic waves which bounce off different geological features differently, depending on the impedance of the feature. The reflected waves are what the geophones detect and transmit.
So, to put the geophones to use, you need to blow things up?
Correct.
That's interesting. So, if someone were looking for valuable mineral deposits, they might use geophones to do it?
If someone had the technical expertise, yes. Although reflection seismology is more typically employed to locate deposits of hydrocarbons, like oil and gas.
What types of mineral deposits are likely to be found around the Icicle Creek drainage?
All kinds of deposits. Silver, lead, uranium, molybdenum. I love saying that word, molybdenum. I think that's why I became a geologist. Just so I'd have a reason to say molybdenum. Anyway, if you come across any more of my geophones, or anything that would indicate who stole them, please let me know.
I will.
Good.
What do you know about dinosaur bones?
Precious little, I'm afraid. I know it's possible to find good specimens in Alberta, particularly in your area. But beyond that, paleontology's not really my thing. And all my paleo pals are currently off digging in the dirt on the other side of the world. So I'm afraid I can't refer you to anyone either.
Are dinosaur bones good for anything?
Other than studying? If you're a scientist, no. But because they're obviously rare, a lot of people collect them. In fact, I understand there's a pretty big black market for them.
Black market? You mean people pay money for dinosaur bones?
People pay big money for them.
I appreciate your taking the time to talk to me.
One more thing. All of my geophones were hardwired to transmit at 990 kilohertz. So if you find any kind of receiver tuned to that frequency, check it out, because it could very well belong to the thief. Bye!
What's up?
Well, good luck with the game.
Happy trails.
Hello again.
Well, I better get back to work.
Glad you dropped by.
Yikes. Looks like Yanni has good reason to be so paranoid. Hello? Anybody here? These weren't here before. That birthmark below his eye looks very familiar. Hey! Is someone out there? The door's... Whew, I'm getting really hot. Once I get all these pipes connected, I can turn on the cold water and cool this place off. I can't take this heat much longer. If I don't get these pipes adjusted soon, I'm not gonna make it. I don't have much time. I've got to get these pipes lined up now. There. They may still be locked in, but at least I won't feel like a rotisserie chicken anymore.
Nancy,
Mr. Kessler? What are you doing down here?
I came down here looking for Ollie, but then I heard all this noise and thought I'd better check it out. Door got stuck again, huh? Say, you look kind of bedraggled. Are you all right?
I'm fine, and I'll be even better after you and I have a little talk.
Yeah, that's me. When I was a kid, this place was practically my second home. My late grandmother, Tilly Wentworth, used to own it.
So when you said this was the first time you've been here...
I lied. See, about 2 years ago, just before she died, my grandmother sold this place to Albert Moique without telling anyone in her family. From what I've heard about Moique, I'm pretty sure he bullied her into selling. I think he cheated her, and he cheated us, and that it's high time somebody...
Taught him a lesson by, say, putting Icicle Creek Lodge out of business?
I had nothing to do with that explosion, Lou's window, the food poisoning, the icy stairs, none of that stuff. You ask me, it's karma. The Moiques are just getting what's coming to them.
Since you used to spend so much time here, do you know if there's a way to get into Trapper Dan's Needle?
You know that pyramid thing on the table over there by the entrance to the dining room? If you fool around with it until nothing but pigs show on the outside, this compartment will open up and inside will be this round magnetic thing that used to be Trapper Dan's special master key. Just hold it up by the needle and a hidden door will pop open.
So what's in the needle, do you know?
No, my bratty cousin Elwood told me it was filled with skeletons, and I never worked up the nerve to go in and see for myself. And maybe it was filled with skeletons. I mean, let's face it, living all by himself way out here in the wild, winter after long dark winter, Trapper Dan was probably stark raving bonkers.
I'd better get going.
Okie dokie.
Empty. If there was a special master key in here, it's gone now. That's finished. Still need to do that. Can't check that off yet. That's finished. Been there, done that. That's finished.
Huh? Oh, hi.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to wake you.
Could have fooled me. What do you want?
I opened up that pyramid like you told me, but there was nothing inside.
There wasn't? Oh. Well, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Could that magnetic key thing be somewhere else?
You know, Grandma Tilly once told me that if you turn the top of the pyramid 45 degrees, then fill all the boxes on the outside with one kind of animal, then another kind of animal, until you do that for all 4 animals, she said if you do that, you'd find a journal in there written by Trapper Dan himself.
Do you think it's still there?
I guess. I know I didn't take it out of there.
I'd better get going.
Okie dokie.
Still need to do that. Been there, done that. Daniel Weissnitz, better known as Trapper Dan, I'll bet. The first thing you need to do is crack my cipher below, or just follow the moose, wolf, raccoon, and Mary. Looks like the rest is in some kind of code. Can't find Mary? Well, try pulling on that rope above the vaults. You'll just have to keep it taut. Mary always helped me with that. Mary must have been referring to his pet pig. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up. Been there, done that. That's finished. Can't check that off yet. Still need to do that. Something tells me this radio belongs to Yanni, and if so, why is he hiding it?
How can I help you?
Why do you have a radio hidden away in your room?
How do you know about that?
All I know is when I got done cleaning the moose head, that compartment was open, and when I looked in it, there was the radio. Now you answer my question.
I use that radio to communicate with my coaches. It's a special radio. It scrambles the signal so that my competitors cannot listen in.
How did you know there was a secret compartment in your room?
The first night I was here, I searched for bugs, something which, due to the cunning of my competitors, I have become very good at. I discovered that by pushing on the moose eye, a compartment opened up. What I don't know is, did you really open that compartment by mistake, or were you up to something else? How do I know you are not working for them?
If I was working for the competition, why would I have told you about finding your radio?
Who else have you told about the radio?
No one.
I believe you, Nancy. So if I find out you're lying, both of us will be very sorry.
Do you have any proof that your competitors are out there spying on you?
When one has enemies, it's prudent to assume that they are always close by. They are here, Nancy. Make no mistake.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Come back anytime.
What you need?
I'd better get back upstairs.
Keep me posted.
Can't check that off yet. Oops, haven't done that. Check. Can't check that off yet. Still need to do that. Cheeseburger.
Sunnyvale Hospital, Nurse Blake speaking.
Hi, my name's Nancy Drew. I'm trying to locate a man named Julius McQuaid. I think he may have been treated there on Christmas Eve.
Oh, yes, Julius McQuaid. I remember him well. Was he a relative, dear?
Was? You mean he passed away?
Yes, dear. Viral pneumonia. As I recall, we admitted him and he was gone less than 24 hours later.
Well, I wasn't a relative and I didn't really know him. We had kind of a mutual friend.
From his appearance, it looked as if he'd spent the last several years holed up somewhere in the wilderness. That's why I remember him. I felt sorry for him, living all alone like that.
Actually, he wasn't alone. He was with our mutual friend.
Well, that's good to hear.
You weren't able to locate any next of kin?
No, I'm afraid we weren't. When he came in, all he had were the clothes on his back. No wallet, nothing. We turned his clothes over to the authorities along with his remains. But last I heard, they weren't able to locate any relatives either. I'm sure by now he's been cremated.
Well, thank you for the information.
Sorry the news couldn't have been better. Goodbye, dear.
Hello?
Hi, Chantal. I finished that survey and faxed it to Tino.
I know. I was a little disappointed to hear that it had failed to pinpoint the culprit, but Tino said he's still analyzing the data, whatever that means. Anyway, what else is going on?
Do you have any idea what would make Bill Kessler think that your father cheated Tilly Wentworth when he bought Icicle Creek Lodge from her?
What does Bill Kessler know about it?
Apparently she was his grandmother.
Okay, here's what happened. Apparently, Tilly Wentworth got addicted to the Shop at Home channel and couldn't stop buying things. And pretty soon she was in debt up to her eyeballs. So finally, totally desperate, she went to my father and offered to sell the lodge to him for just enough money to pay off her creditors. But there was one stipulation, that my father never tell her family the real reason she was selling.
Why not?
She was embarrassed. She didn't want her children and grandchildren to discover that she'd squandered their inheritance. So my father bought the lodge from her, and as it turns out, she passed away soon afterwards. My father kept his word and never said anything to her family, even when they started saying that he'd somehow forced her to sell the lodge to him at a ridiculously low price.
Wow, Bill Kessler has no idea.
Well, unfortunately, it's gotta stay that way, so don't tell him. It's what his grandmother wanted.
Nothing else to report.
Answers, Nancy. I need answers.
I am Miles the Magnificent Memory Machine. Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up.
Hello again.
I'll see you two later, okay?
Glad you dropped by.
What you need?
That's all the questions I had.
Good.
I think I'll keep one of these washcloths.
What you need?
I'll get out of your hair now.
Keep me posted.
Order up. Order up. Order up. Order up.
What you need?
I'd better get back upstairs.
Good.
Still need to do that. Negative for Bill Kessler. Looks like it's not Yanni's. The scents match, which means those notes belong to Lou Talbot. That's finished. Still need to do that. That looks like a Geiger counter. What a weird thing to be chewing on. Still need to do that. Oops, haven't done that. Oops, haven't done that. This measures radioactivity. I wonder if ISIS found it outside somewhere or in here. warm again. Now what? Lou Talbot, charged with trespassing, vandalism, and theft, found digging on private property, creating a piece of architecture inspired by maverick artist Poppy Dada, of keeping the dinosaur bones dug up in the process. Dinosaur bones?
What's up?
Do you think I could have the Rex bone that you took from that plaque by the display case?
Dude, what makes you think I took some bone from some plaque?
Because it's probably a dinosaur bone, and I read about that incident in Montana, the one where you were caught digging up dinosaur bones.
I wasn't digging up dinosaur bones. I was creating art.
I don't think so. Of course, I could always call the police and see what they think.
All right, here's the deal. There's a lot of people out there who collect stuff like fossils and dinosaur bones, okay? They pay big bucks for them. And it just so happens paleontology's kind of my thing, so yeah, I collect bones and I sell them.
And because you want to find more bones like the one from that plaque, you've been using explosives rather than a shovel around here to dig them up.
Negative. I'm not the one who's been making things go boom out there. I mean, I may have found a couple of good specimens in a couple of craters, but I didn't make the craters, and I don't know who did. There. That's the key to the closet in my room. You want the bone from that plaque? Go ahead and take it. Okay, dude, excitement's over. Whose move?
Hello again.
I'll see you two later, okay?
Drop by anytime.
Look at all these bones. Lou's been a busy guy. Here's the one I'm looking for, the Rex bone that's missing from that plaque. So, I can rearrange these by continuing to drop the tile that falls out the bottom into one of the columns at the top. The question is, how should I rearrange them? Match the symbols and line them up in rows of 3, maybe? I can rearrange these by continuing to drop the tile that falls out the bottom into one of the columns at the top. The question is, how should I rearrange them? Match the symbols and line them up in rows of 3, maybe? So, I can rearrange these by continuing to drop the tile that falls out the bottom into one of the columns at the top. The question is, how should I rearrange them? Match the symbols and line them up in rows of 3, maybe? Bingo! Looks like the map to some kind of maze. The wolf followed me. I wonder if she expects me to do something. A moose, a wolf, a raccoon, and a pig. The same animals Trapper Dan mentioned in his journal when it came to getting into his needle without the key. I'll bet that's what's behind this wall, a room below the needle. Next thing I have to do is get each of these panels open. Forward, right, left, right, jump, paw. Isis, forward, right, left, right, jump, paw, go. Ah, much better. I was really cold. Order up. Order up. Order up. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. That's finished. My jacket! I'm getting the definite feeling I'm not wanted here. That's finished. Been there, done that.